Hi everyone, I hope you're all doing well. So it's again that time of the month for monthly favourites, and I love monthly favourites videos. Guys, I have to just tell you, it is so hot in Queensland today. It is just absolutely ridiculous. I cannot deal. Simple. It is now 5:30 in the afternoon and it's like 40 million degrees at least. I mean, I am just like dying right now. Hair and like heat just do not go together. Hair is not working today, so I apologize for that in advance. Camera's not working today. I have to go back to the iPhone. Things are just, this video doesn't want to happen pretty much. So enough for my ramble. I'm going to do my monthly favorites. Any links that I mention in this video I will leave in the description box, and don't forget to thumbs up this video and subscribe. Be much appreciated, and hope you all enjoy this video, and let's just get started.
Yeah.
So the first thing I want to talk to you guys about, something I'd like to stress to everyone is when you're doing your makeup, whether it be your eyeshadow, foundation, blush, whatever, I really stress people to buy good brushes. Your application, your finished product of your makeup is going to look 10 times better if you use good quality brushes. The two brands that I like to use are Sigma and Real Techniques. I think their brushes are really good pricing. I think they both are very, very good quality. Although for Sigma, I do have to buy them online, whereas Real Techniques, I can buy them at Priceline, which is really handy to me. Real Techniques are a bit more expensive than Sigma are, but once you like put in the shipping costs and everything, especially to Australia, it is a bit expensive, but I suppose with Sigma you do get free samples when you spend over $30, so that's pretty good. Anyway, so I've been using a Sigma like stippling brush for my blush, and I wanted to try something different, so I found the Real Techniques blush brush. This brush is pretty cute. It's a bit dirty, sorry, but it's sort of like a tulip shape. It's domed and a bit tapered at the edge, not so much pointy, but it does go small and then large and then a bit smaller at the top. It is so soft. It blends out my blush so nicely. It just applies it so evenly. I don't have to work so hard with my blush. It's an amazing blush brush. If you don't want to buy online or anything and try the Sigma blush brushes, try Real Techniques out. They are very good quality. They're reasonably priced, but you are paying for good quality brushes, and I would never ever give these brushes a second thought. I also wanted to try out one of their collections because I just thought it was really interesting. So I bought the Real Techniques Core Collection, and this is just the box that it comes in. And with it you get 4 brushes. They all come in this little case, which opens up, and you can put your brushes in these little slits just here, and it also stands up as well, so it stands up like this, which is pretty cool. And the brushes that you get are pretty amazing. So the first brush you get is this detailer brush, which is tiny, 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 which is great for using for sponging out your eyeliner on your lower lash line, or maybe applying just a really, really slight inner corner highlight on your eye. I love this brush. It is so, so, so precise. The next brush is this contour brush, which is the same sort of one as a blush brush, just in a smaller version. This is amazing for contouring. I used this today, and it just, again, it applies it so beautifully and it blends it out so beautifully, and it's so effortless with this brush. I love my Sigma one, my contour brushes as well, but I couldn't really choose between the two. I love them both just as much. This is the pointed foundation brush, which is just your basic foundation brush, which is kind of small in my opinion for a foundation brush. I don't really know how much use I'm going to get out of this, but I'm sure I'll find use for it. But I just wanted to show you guys because it comes in that collection. And the last one is the buffing brush, which is sort of like the Sigma Kabuki brushes. I suppose this is the same concept. I love this brush for contouring as well. If you don't want such a precise contour, I think this is a great brush. I think this is also a great brush for applying liquid or maybe a powder foundation. This is an amazing brush. It's so dense, tightly packed, but at the same time it's so fluffy, and it just blends everything out so seamlessly. I absolutely love this brush. Especially for Christmas coming up, I think the Core collection is a great collection to buy if you want to start out with Real Techniques. Another one of their brushes that I've been loving, this is the Real Techniques setting brush, and this is just a small, very thin tapered brush. This is the brush that I use to set my under eye concealer. It's so precise, and I just pat it down. I don't really like to swipe, otherwise it's going to remove the concealer that I apply, which I have a lot of problems with. But this is a great brush. I even take this with me to work, just if I get a bit oily around my nose area, I like to use this just to set it in place. And it's an all-round great brush. I mean, you can use this for anything, guys. It's a great brush to have. I really, really love this brush. Some makeup products that I have been loving. In Australia, NYX has finally come to Australia, and there's only a selected few Targets that it has been released at. And of course, for me, it had to be one of the furthest shopping centres away. But NYX is in Australia, that's all I care about. So of course, a couple of days later after I found out that they were released in Australia, I went down to Target and I bought some stuff. I bought one of the cream blushes. I do already have one of these, and I wasn't really sure if I liked them very much, but I love this colour. This is in Boho Chic, and it's just a really, really pretty pink colour. It's like a baby pink, but it's so pretty. It's so gorgeous. I love these cream blushes. These are amazing blushes. I prefer to use these with my Sigma stippling brush. With my Sigma blush brush that I was just telling you about, the F55. This is a great brush for applying cream blush to your cheeks. It just goes on so flawlessly. These are a bit wet looking throughout the day. If you're not really into like the sort of dewy look, I definitely recommend setting these with a powder, but these do last quite a long time. However, if you're like rubbing your face and stuff, it's obviously going to come off because it's a cream product. But I love the colour payoff on these. I think these last a long time as long as you're not touching your cheeks. And it's good for if you're on a budget. I love the cream blushes by NYX, and this is the Rouge cream blush as well. Other things that I got from NYX were the NYX illuminators. I've seen these before on like Beauty Joint and stuff like that, but I didn't really think too much of them. I got two shades, one in Magnetic and one in Narcissistic. Magnetic is such a pretty colour, it's so gorgeous, and these do have a nice bit of sheen. This is sort of like a nude peach colour. It's really pretty as a highlight. I absolutely love it, and you can use these as like eyeshadow as well. I believe these were quite expensive. I think they were about $15, but you do get quite a lot of product. And this is Narcissistic. I don't know if you could see it. It's like just a pretty champagne basic colour. But these are great highlighters, guys. For the price, they work really well. They do have tiny bits of like chunky glitter in them, if you can see. I mean, it's not something that's going to make you look like a disco ball unless you apply too much. But again, if you're on a budget, these are great highlighters to pick up, and I love them. A brand that I've never really tried before, I only tried this because the girl that works at Priceline that I get along with pretty well, she sort of sneaks little free things into my bag for me. And she snuck in this Natio Pressed Powder Bronzer and Enhancer, and this is in the shade Warm Day, and this is what the front looks like. That's the brand there. I think it's Natio or Natio, I'm not too sure, but this is just what it looks like. So you get a really nice highlight in here. It's like a dusty, very baby pink colour, and then you get the bronzer, which is a bit shimmery for my liking, so I don't really use it. I just really like the pink in here. It's a great highlight colour. This doesn't have as chunky glitter as the NYX one does, but I believe this brand is a tiny bit expensive, but not too bad. I think it's probably like a Revlon prices in Australia sort of thing. But I love this product. I love how soft and silky it is. It lasts forever. It has great pigmentation. And I've been loving this for spring. As you guys might have seen in my previous favorites video, I have been going to MAC. And I picked up my first MAC lipstick. This is in the shade Snob. You guys have probably all heard about this. It's a very popular colour here on YouTube. I'm wearing it today as well, and it's a gorgeous colour, this lipstick. This is a satin, so it does have a bit of a glossy finish to it, and it's such a pretty colour. It's coming off a bit more like a brighter pink on the camera, but it is so pretty. I have to say, I'm not really a big fan of the MAC lipstick packaging. I mean, like when you take the lid off, I just don't like the whole like bullet thing. The collection that they came out with, Rihanna, I love the packaging of them. I think they just look so much more sleek and pretty. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the whole bullet thing. But their lipsticks are amazing. They are so pigmented, they are so creamy, they glide on so well, and I absolutely love this colour. It's so pretty for the springtime. It is gorgeous on the lips. It looks great with any skin tone. It's the prettiest colour. It's sort of like a bright pink, but not so much like a neon pink. It has a really, really nice blue undertone, so it makes your teeth look really, really white. And I absolutely love this lipstick. I've been topping it off with my NYX Butter Gloss in Creme Brulee, which is a really, really pretty pink, which I have to get another one of actually because it's running out. So as you can see, it's a bit more of a peachy pink, but over the top of Snob, it just looks so pretty. It's what I'm wearing today. I've absolutely been loving that combination for the past month. Another thing I have been loving and dabbling into is Benefit. I kind of caved and bought the Benefit Rockateur blush. This is a pretty blush. It is so gorgeous. I think it's definitely a like a spring blush, but at the same time I think you can wear it in the winter. It's a very strange colour. It's so different to me. Like it looks pink, but when you have it on the cheeks, it looks more like a skin tone colour with a touch of pink in it. It has a really, really nice sheen to it. Everyone raves about the smell of this, and I don't know what the smell is. Like, it doesn't smell horrible, but I feel like if I smelt this too much, I'm going to get a headache. But it's a really, really gorgeous blush. It's just such a neutral peach colour. It's gorgeous for every single day, and I think it's great for spring, and I think it'll be great for winter too on really, really pale skin tones. I think this will look gorgeous. So if you can, pick up this blush. If it's coming up to Christmas in a month or so, ask for this blush. It's a great universal blush, and it goes with everything. I mean, you can wear it in summer if you want. I'm going to, but I'm so glad that I picked this up. With that, I also got a few samples from Benefit as well. I got the sample of the Sugar Bomb blush, which is like a 4-tone shade. I love this blush, guys. This is so pretty. This one's more of a like a corally pink colour. It's so gorgeous. It has a bit of sheen to it, but it's so natural and pretty on the cheeks. It just looks amazing. And I also got a sample of Coralista as well, which I love. I wouldn't necessarily say that this is so much of a coral colour, but it does have that coral sort of, can't even see it, guys. Why don't you tell me? But it is really, really pretty. It's great for every single day, and it's great for the springtime as well. So I've been loving Benefit blushes lately. I've also gotten one of their little makeup tins for the holiday. This is Groovy Kind of Love. This is a really good quality tin, I must say. I was really surprised. I believe this was like $38 or something, but I've taken some of the stuff out. But in this you get a sample of the Professional, you get a sample of the Benetint, I think it is, and then you get a little brush. You get a sample of the Benefit Bare Real 4 eyeshadows and a blush. I love this palette, guys. I love the eyeshadows in here. Unfortunately, these 3 here are all shimmery and the white is matte. But it looks amazing for the springtime. It's so pretty and it's so easy to work with. Benefit eyeshadows are really, really easy to blend out. They're so easy. That's how I can explain them. They're just so easy. And this blush down here, which I forgot what it's called. It's Dandelion and Gimme Fever, which is this blush here. And it is so pretty. When you mix them both together, I think it's kind of hard to get just the one colour, but it's just like a natural pink. It just looks so gorgeous. So definitely check out the Benefit website if you haven't. They have great Christmas deals on there at the moment. They have great like tins that you can get with like samples of stuff and full size ones as well. So I definitely think I'm going to be doing a bit more shopping off there for Christmas. I also went to the Balm when I went to MAC. I didn't know we had the Balm in Australia, so I was quite excited for that. I got 2 things. I got one of their blushes, which is supposed to be a stain blush, but it's just like a powder. This is in the shade, it's right there. I have no idea why you would call a blush that, but It's just an everyday pink color. It's a matte, so it doesn't have any shimmer in it, and it's just a really nice pinky color. It's really nice. I think it's really nice for every day. I'm not too sure if this is really like a stain blush, but it does last a long time, and it's really, really pigmented, as you can see. It's so easy to blend out, and it's so smooth, and it's just amazing. If you guys can get your hands on the balm, definitely try out their stain blushes. And I also got one of their eyeshadows. This is the Shady Lady Single Eyeshadow in Luscious Lani, which is a really, really nice champagne. Not necessarily like a yellow champagne colour, but it's like got a bit of a pink reflex in it. But it's so gorgeous, especially for the springtime. It's really nice to just put a really nice shimmery colour all over the lid, get like a neutral brown colour, put that in the crease, and you're like good to go. This is a perfect eyeshadow. I've been wearing this so much throughout the past month, and I'm so glad I bought it. And the balm here actually is relatively pretty cheap. I believe this was $16 maybe a bit more, maybe a couple dollars more, maybe a couple dollars less, but nevertheless you get quite a lot of product, and I believe this is going to last me for a very, very long time. And I absolutely love the colour. It's just got the nicest sheen to it. It's got the nicest like baby pink undertone. It's so pretty. I forgot to mention this in my last favourites video, the Australis Tint My Brow Tint. This is relatively new. Well, I should have mentioned it last month, so it's a couple months old. But you just get, don't believe how much is in here. But you just get like a little tube like this, and it comes with a little brush. I wish the brush was a bit smaller, but I have been loving this stuff, guys. If you saw my brow routine, which I'll link here if you haven't seen it yet, it's a bit outdated now that I've had this. But I use the Sigma Brow Powder, and ever since I've had this, I have not used that. This does such a great job with filling in my brows, making them just stay put all day. It gives them the colour that they need. It fills in, I have a scar on my eyebrow just there, and it just fills it in so amazingly. They do have 3 shades, so this one is a pretty dark shade. I think I might try the lighter one just to see how it goes, but it works, guys. It's like $15, I believe. If you're looking for something cheap and affordable for your brows, maybe something that's actually good quality and is cheap, definitely try the Australis Brow Tint. I absolutely love this stuff, and I will repurchase this for the rest of my life. A foundation that I have recently purchased is the MAC Studio Sculpt SPF 15 foundation. I literally only got this yesterday. I'm wearing it today, and I love it. I got the shade NW20, which it matches me pretty well, I must say. This foundation, guys, oh my god, is just the be all end all. For the past couple months, I have been searching high and low for the perfect dewy finish foundation, and this is it. I didn't set this with a powder. The only part of my face that I set with a powder was underneath my eyes, a bit around my chin, and mainly my T-zone area, because that's where I get really, really oily. But this, guys, has stayed on my skin for such a long time. It just looks so flawless. Like, it just looks so natural and nice, and it has really, really good coverage. You can make this a medium coverage, but if you just apply it without worrying about anything, it can definitely be a full coverage foundation. If you want me to do a full in-depth review on this and like a demo and everything, leave me a comment below. But I absolutely love this foundation. I'm so glad I bought it. Even though it was $56, I definitely think it's worth it. My next favorite is something from Lush. This is the Lush Shine So Bright Hair Balm for split ends, and it comes in like one of their little lip tin things. This is just what it looks like. It smells really like, oh, that's a hard smell to describe. It kind of reminds me of old women, but it's like a nice clean sort of smell. It's really hard to describe, but basically what it is it's just a balm, so it comes off clear. This is it there. It just comes off clear. All you do is put a little bit of this in between your fingers and then just apply it to the ends of your hair. This isn't for repairing your split ends. It's just to give them a nice shine. It's just to make your hair look so lively, because especially when I straighten my hair, I notice that my dead ends definitely show a lot more, and this just really helps to bring the ends of my hair back to life. I believe this was only $7.95, and I think it's just a great product. It's one of those things that you can just throw in your purse. If your hair's looking a bit dull, just get a bit of this, put it between your fingers, and then just rub on the ends of your hair, and it just makes your hair so shiny and glossy and just like healthy. My next favorite is my NYX Butt Naked Turn the Other Cheeks palette. I did a review, demo, and comparison with this palette. If you haven't seen it, I will link it somewhere here so you can check it out. I love this palette, guys. It is just, it's such an amazing palette. I'll try not to blind you. This is what it looks like. It's pretty much like half matte and half shimmery. I went into a bit more detail of it in the video that I did. And then you get 4 blushes and 3 highlighters. These blushes, the eyeshadows, the highlighters are so pigmented. It's just, it's heaven in a palette. It really is. That's one of the highlights, and these are 2 of the eyeshadows. And it's guys, if they don't have this palette in Australia in Target at the moment, I have been talking to NYX on Facebook. They've been commenting me. And they're telling me that they're bringing in some of the palettes, hopefully in the beginning of next year. Hopefully they'll have some of their palettes in Australia soon, so you can check this out. But if not, I will leave some links below to where you can get the Turn the Other Cheek palette. If you guys have the first Butt Naked palette, you will love the second one. This is just, I just have to show you guys again. It's a great palette, guys. It just has such a nice variety of neutral colours. It's great for every day, and you can do a dramatic look with this as well. It's one of my favourite palettes of the moment. I love it. It's like $25. It's so cheap, and you get 3 products in one, and you get multiple choices with everything. I love this palette. My last favourite has been the NYX Born to Glow Liquid Illuminator, and this is in the shade Sunbeam. All this is a liquid highlighter. It's like a pinky shade. They do have one that's more of like a bronze. I'll show you just here. So it's like a pinky sort of shade. It's really, really light. It just blends in and glides on your skin so smoothly. Before I got the MAC foundation, I've been using this and mixing it with my foundation to give me that nice little glow. And it works really, really well. I mean, it doesn't have like chunky glitter in it. It's like a liquid glitter is what it is. It just has the nicest sheen to it. You can use this on the top of your cheekbones if you want. I just think that if I put liquid highlighter on my cheeks, it would just smudge off throughout the day because I've touched my face quite a lot. But it just gives the nicest sheen. It's so subtle, and I really didn't have high hopes for this, I must say. I really didn't think that it was going to be anything special, but if you guys have like the Revlon Color Stay or something, I think this would work really, really well with it if you're looking for that dewy finish. If you've got oily skin, because the Revlon Color Stay really does do a good job at keeping your skin matte throughout the day. But if you just want something that to control your oil, but you want the dewy finish, chuck this in with your foundation. You only need like half a pea size amount, and it does wonders. It just looks so nice. If you don't wear a lot of foundation, put this with your moisturizer. It will give you just that nice glow. But if you do that, do not use too much of this, otherwise you will look like a glowy mess. I love this stuff. I might try and use it with my MAC foundation and see how it goes. Maybe I'll give that very luminous look. Oh, that was a lot to get through. So that's it for my monthly favourites, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it was helpful for you and exciting to watch. Let me know if the lighting is good in this video. I'm trying up a new setup and I'm hoping it's okay. Don't forget to thumbs up this video and subscribe. It'd be much appreciated. And don't forget to check any links below. Follow me on Facebook. I posted a photo on Instagram a couple weeks ago of when I got most of my Benefit and NYX stuff, so if you want to check that out, follow me on Instagram. I also posted it on Facebook, and yeah, so all of my links will be down below. I hope you all have a wonderful week, and I'll see you in my next video. Thank you so much for watching.
Alright.